So here is Chris Christie. Now that Mitt Romney is out, I'll explain to you why Mitt Romney dropping out gets Chris Christie to come out and say, I think there should be flexibility with vaccinations. And here it is. When Mitt Romney was in the race, Chris Christie was actually pulled toward the center. Let's just put it that way, okay? Because Chris Christie had to compete with Mitt Romney and Jeb Bush. And he had to vie for those type of establishment dollars. Like, who's going to appeal to, like, sane people? I bet that Chris Christie has some data that shows on the right. Now, there are anti-vaxxers on the right and the left. But on the right, anti-vaxxers line up quite neatly, I would imagine, with anti-Common Core people. And Chris Christie now has got to fight, basically, in his mind, Jeb Bush and maybe Scott Walker for that establishment money. And so he's got to get to the right of Jeb Bush on some issues that, frankly, the rich establishment don't care about. And they don't care about it. They're all vaccinated or they're not vaccinated, but they don't care about this issue. They don't want government overreach. They don't care. They just don't care. And so this is a freebie for Chris Christie, because this is what helps him, because Chris Christie needs to do okay in Iowa. He doesn't have to win. He just has to be, not completely rejected, because if he's completely rejected, then it hurts his narrative of he's going to be able to appeal to the base of the party. That's all. Same with Jeb Bush. They just can't get annihilated in Iowa. Because if they do, then they're nowhere. They can win in New Hampshire, but they can't even place in South Carolina. So that's why Chris Christie came out with this quote. And then, of course, after he gets slammed for it, he puts out a statement saying, well, we didn't really mean that. As long as we just still have some audio of us saying that, it's already out there. Nobody's going to print our retraction in the fever swamps that we care about anyways. They'll put the retraction on another page. They'll put it on 404 page, whatever it is. So that's what Chris Christie's, why he's doing that. And, of course, he does it in London, too. So he just gets it out there. He gets it on the record so that it can go into the email lists. And, I mean, that's basically what the game is here. It's crazy.
Do you think Americans should vaccinate their kids? Is the measles vaccine safe?
Well, all I can say is that we vaccinate ours. And so, that's the best expression I can give you my opinion. It's much more important, I think, what you think as a parent than what you think as a public official. What I said was that there has to be a balance, and it depends on what the vaccine is, what the disease type is, and all the rest. And so I didn't say I'm leaving people the option. What I'm saying is that you have to have that balance in considering parental concerns.
So this is what Chris Christie said. Mary Pat and I have had our children vaccinated, and we think it's an important part of being sure we protect their health and the public health. I also understand that parents need to have some measure of choice in things as well, so that's the balance the government has to decide. I don't even know what that means, other than the fact that Chris Christie was awful quick to take that nurse and quarantine her for the sake of public health. But in this instance, well, this is the game that Chris Christie is playing.